What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today we're checking out a game called After the Collapse, a post-apocalyptic base building game. And if you don't have a rough idea of what the game's all about after that title, I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty apparent what this game thinks that it is. It's a zombie apocalypse survival. It's kind of like Rimworld, I guess. It's very, very similar, I guess, to Rimworld. It's got other things going on. You can plant crops. You've got stats. You've got, like, mental stats that are on all your characters where they get depressed and things like that. So, in all honesty, very, very similar to what you might expect from a game like Rimworld or maybe something like King Under the Mountain. Let's go ahead and check it on out here today and see if it's the kind of thing that you can get into. Let's start a custom game right here. The local map setup screen. We're in alpha, so the selection is currently limited. More options and generation of a full world will gradually be added to the game. Okay, so for right now, we've got a couple of different maps right here. We've got a city block, we've got a forest, and we've got roadside buildings. Let's go with city block. I like residential areas, and that's one of the biggest bummers for me with Rimworld, is that you can't, like, build your base in the middle of an old wrecked city. Like, I would love that for Rimworld. That would be one of the coolest biomes ever. I would love to have that. Terrain type, let's see here. Arid, grasslands, mixed. We'll leave it on mixed. I'm sure nothing bad will happen when we put it on mixed. We've also got the map size. Maybe go for, like, medium. I don't think we're going to need anything too crazy. How much vegetation and how much resources. We'll leave those as the standard values, just to kind of see what the game's got going on. You can also decide to have unlimited points. At the beginning of the game, it gives you, like, some points or, like, some currency to buy all the objects you're going to need in order to start surviving. Like, things like farms, things like seeds and weapons and armor and things of that nature. You can turn that on, but then it disables achievements. So, you know, if you're not really into achievements, you can do that to start out the coolest way possible. We've got 1675 points right now, so that gives us roughly like 325 points to play around with if we wanted to get some new stuff. Basic weapons. Oh, give basic weapons to your settlers. That's honestly probably a lot cheaper than going through and doing it manually like I tend to do every now and again. Alright, name our survivors. I don't know. We'll call them the Z-Magnets, because I think they're probably going to get taken out by zombies pretty quickly. I have my doubts that they're going to survive this experience with my limited skill set. And then here's the list where you can actually go through like Dwarf Fortress or like Nemoria style and decide what you want to bring with you in order to survive. So what we've started out with is we have 20 simple meals. We have purified water, we have a wooden spear, we have potato seeds, metal, wood, fabric, some basics, things that we'll have laying around in order to build like cabinets and kitchens and things of that nature. We've got bows, we've got Glocks that we can bring with us, pump action shotguns. We can go through and take a look at armor. There's only leather armor right now, so we can't really do much there. We've got arrows, we've got bullets, we've got rifle ammo right there. There's also the medical menu, so you can bring antibiotics, bandages, disinfectant, herbal remedies, all that kind of little stuff. In the food menu, we can grab purified water. We can also bring more cooked meals if we really want to. We can get a steak, too, just in case you're feeling some meat in the system. My suggestion would be maybe to go through and buy some more supplies for planting. And so, like, with lettuce seeds, let's go with, oh, I don't know, 10 of those. That'll put us up to 50, I guess. So there you go. We've got 1725 out of everything right now. We already have 20 potato seeds. Time, I don't know how useful time would be. That's more of a seasoning, isn't it? Like, I'm looking for stuff that can actively be eaten, not necessarily stuff that tastes good. We get some fabric right there. We can get, like, trying to keep this on even numbers right now. So with 75, we can do 64 to 72. Basically, I want this to be divisible by 5 to make this easier. Coal, ceramic, stone. Let's start with stone. That'll make things easier. So if I wanted to get 75 stone, we'll go with like 15 of those. And with wood, we can go with like, what, 25 wood? That sounds alright. Bring a little bit of that extra stuff with us. As far as weapons go, like what kind of weapons are there? Like what's the cheapest thing that I can bring with me for self-defense? Actually, a metal axe appears to be one of the cheapest things that I can bring with me for metal. So I guess I don't have the stuff that I need. We can go with the noob pack, too. I don't think that weapons and armors are going to be inherently that useful this early on. Like, I'm taking a rough guess right now. Like, in Rimworld, you can start with no weapons at all and you'll be okay. Now, I know it's probably not going to extrapolate to this game cleanly, but I kind of feel like maybe we can, like, avoid it and then maybe craft our own stuff further on in. I don't know. We're evened out on our used points right here. In the end, we ended up adding a bunch of lettuce to there. We added some stone. We added some metal, and we added some wood, so that we've got a little bit more to play around with. And hopefully that does us well. So here are our guys. We've got use space right now, 765%. And we have a number of people that are all, the menu on the left is the survivor info panel. Okay, that sounds good. What kind of menus do we have around here? Everything is clearly labeled. So we've got alert mode. They seek shelter if any exists, and the militia will take direct orders. So that's the combat mode from Rimworld. Build structures, furniture, and stations. Okay, what kind of stuff is in here? And we've got crafting, so we've got kitchens, forges, research stations, storage. We've got campfires, rain collectors. We've got chairs, sleeping bags. Does it say what these cost? Oh, it costs, okay. No, I don't want that there. I definitely don't want that there. We appear to be having some serious menu issues. Why is the menu not staying open? That was apparently a dummy. It didn't matter. I can delete it with the cancel key right here to get rid of it. Other things that we have available, we have a zone builder. That's all nice to put together. We can come up with bedrooms, dining rooms, corpse disposal, fields, medical. Lots of stuff we can do around here. Let's have a look around the map. Let's see what we've got going on right now. I'm going to close that off real fast. So it looks like we've got a number of houses up in this area. I like this little grassland area over here. I might be able to use that for something. Maybe use the surrounding buildings. We've got a billiards table right there. And we've got ourselves some lamps, some chairs, and some other busted up stuff. As I understand it, you're not able to use any of the furniture or anything that's laying around for any tasks at the beginning because it's like, I don't know, irradiated or something in the wasteland. I'm not really too sure. Let's just assume that it's got doo-doo blood on it and you're not allowed to touch it, okay? But if we have, so what is this right here? Raise existing structures. I don't know if I want to do that. Can I tear that stuff down? Is that possible? It appears as though that works right there if you raise individual structures. However, the rubber band box appears to be very, very confused. Perfect. Yeah, tear all this down then. Tear all these building things down. Perfect. Clear this area out. We're going to use this building right here first, and then we'll have this one across from it as well. Basically, I just want them to get a whole bunch of deconstruction stuff done. So you don't drag and drop. You just kind of like click. All right. That looks good to me right there. I think that'll be workable. We've also got some trees and some stuff on the sides over here. I don't know what I want to use any of this for, but I assume that I should probably... Yeah. I bet we could chop this stuff down. Let's try. Let's see if we get any wood or any other useful stuff out of it. Let's start the game off. And we'll kind of see where people go and what they do. So our little guys are off. I think they'll probably do this in the order that it was assigned. Oh yeah, look at you dudes over here being little Bob the Builders. We got like no resources from doing any of that. Unless the resources like automatically go into storage. I don't know. Or are they taking stuff back to storage right now? Looks like they're taking stuff back to storage. So as they tear this down, let's put in storage boxes. Yeah, we'll just make this like a big old warehousing area. Just like that. I don't know if those cost anything, but it's a storage box, so hopefully somebody will come along and take care of it in just a minute. What are they doing over here? They're tearing down trees. Are they carrying stuff back with them? Can we see what's inside their hands or anything like that? I was hoping I would get raw resources from tearing down some of this stuff, but I don't see anything that's working. Maybe it's a different order. Maybe I have to deconstruct possibly. I wonder. What is that right there? Repair damaged items. Raise existing structures. I don't see anything that looks like deconstruct storage information. View the survivor status. And then we've got view information about other factions. Well, I mean, if nothing else, they're clearing out all the little areas right now. But I'm not seeing anything useful dropping out of the buildings or whatever. They are, however, putting work into these storage boxes, which I think is probably good. I may create some kind of flop house in the back room over here. I think we've got 8 people. And so it might not be the worst idea ever to do that. So we've got use space 0% right there. Very nice. Okay, so our storage boxes are up. I would suggest that maybe the color be changed on these. So like when they're like that dimmer color, it's hard to tell whether they're actually deployed or not. My suggestion would be to leave them like a red or like a greenish color until they're finished off, so that like it's easier for the player to just like mentally make a note of what's been worked on and what hasn't. Our storage space is apparently super full. Okay. Well, I mean, I can store more stuff. That's no big deal. Let's see. We've got small storage crates. It takes 4 to do that. All right. I assume that these are better than what we had. So let's maybe just make like a little storage depot over here. And this will be where we keep all of our crap. Like all of our random objects and doodads and gewgaws and things like that. All the rusty socks and all the busted bars of soap and things like that that we can possibly carry around with us. If we've got crafting, we can do a basic kitchen. Yeah, do a basic kitchen right there. That sounds good. What did that cost me to make? 2 metal and 5 wood. Well, hell, am I super glad that I bought some more stuff. We also need furniture, so we've got sleeping bags. Let's maybe go with, like, I don't know. Let's make this into our flop house over here. And that should be right around enough for everybody, so they're hungry. How do I make new meals? Oh, the wood is not even done there, but I should have 20 meals. So they should be okay for like a day or two up until that gets done. So they're hanging out around a campfire right now. Everybody's grabbing a drink and doing their thing. I should probably set up some kind of like rainwater collectors too. I don't know. I don't know what the right choices are here. So we've got repair damaged items. Can you do that with the toilets or anything? Doesn't look like it. I don't think we can do that with the toilets or any of the busted areas, but we can build zones. So let's go with farming fields, possibly? I don't know. That looks acceptable. And that also looks acceptable. That also looks equally acceptable. So we can change the seeds. Seeds available, fallow. The surface is 18, usable, fallow. That's not good. Maybe do lettuce over here. We have some lettuce, so yeah, sure, why not? Yep, do lettuce seeds. And then right there, maybe do potato seeds. Sounds good. I think that's pretty much all that we have for right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. They're going to go over here, and I assume they're going to sleep at some point. I probably should have got the beds done a little bit faster so that they can crash out when they want to. But at least we've got a place to rest right now with, like, doors and, like, a roof and ceilings and stuff like that over our heads. I'm trying to make sure that I don't run into people, like, getting depressed or upset or anything like that. What just happened? Why'd the game freeze up for a second? The game froze up for a second. So we've got tasks over here. I can add a job. So with basic meals, we need 1 canned food. Really? So I need a canned food for that. Do we get like a cannery or something like that in here so that I can create the canned food? So we've got a forge. We've got a basic crafting station. We've got a medical station and a research station. We've got some dirty rainwater connectors. Yeah, I think those trees and stuff were giving us resources because we were at like 80 a minute ago. Yeah, put in some rainwater collectors over here. That looks good to me. Rainwater is going to be super important in the future. We're going to want to take care of our water issues. Like, the more water that we can barrel before the end of the year when we start to get to the dry season where it doesn't rain for, like, months at a time, the better off it's going to be, especially given the fact that in a survival situation, we're not near flowing water right now. So it's not going to be an active area that we can that we can boil water from. I think it's a really good idea for us to make sure we're collecting rainwater. What other stuff is going on inside of here? We've got campfires for utility. Provide light and basic survival recipes. Yeah, go ahead and make a campfire over there that hopefully will last throughout time. And then on this side, we've got a forge. We can make coal and metal from basic materials. All right. Maybe flip that around right there. Oh, yeah, looky right there. You can do, like, long rotates, too. Okay, yeah, I'll make a forge right there. What other crafting centers do I have? I've got a crafting station. Alright. Yeah, do 2 of those. We'll get those up and running, and we'll kind of see what the game has in store for us here. I don't know what it's going to throw at us. I honestly don't know, but I do think that making a couple weapons and making sure that people have, like, armor and like they have like basic sundries and things of that nature is probably going to be useful just in case there's some kind of like conflict or any sort of throwdown going on. These right here collect dirty water, and I assume that we can boil the water at a campfire. That's my guess anyways. So what can I do over here? I can boil dirty water. Exactly. So 2 dirty water becomes 1 purified water. I can also burn wood into coal, and I can also make a simple meal over there. Dude, this music's kind of spoopy right now. Like, I don't know what this music is up to, but the music definitely makes it sound like there's something creeping through the shadows that's trying to get me. Is that done yet? Okay, you guys are still working on things. What's up with this fog? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know if the fog is a good thing or a bad thing, but it definitely looked like a doo-doo fog. It looked like a fog that might make your eyeballs fall out from exhaustion or something, and that worries me. How long is the farming taking? So if we go to our population menu here, we have Catherine Willis. Catherine Willis, what are you good at? She sucks at tinkering. She sucks at crafting. She's no good at medical. She's terrible at repairs. She's not that great at cooking. So we'll knock her off the list for all of those. And then she's pretty decent at farming. Is there a way for me to, like, cycle in between? Roosevelt Galagos. That's a fancy-ass name right there. Roosevelt Galagos. It looks so far like he's pretty much good at everything, so we'll leave him where he's at. We've got Rena Crosby. Rena Crosby, what are your jobs like? You suck at science. You suck at medical. You're not that great at farming either, but I'm going to leave you on it. Yeah, this weird miasma has got me kind of concerned. So I've got filters right there. Okay. Sounds good. Have you guys finished these off? What can I do right here? So if I add a job, I can smelt metal into bars. So I need 2 wood and 1 stone. Okay. Alright. What can I do over here with this bench? With this bench, I can craft a crossbow with wood, metal, and coal. I can make wooden bows with woods and fabrics. I can also make wooden spears. Yeah, make 8 wooden spears. I want people to be armed. Make those. That sounds like an okay plan to me. And then for everybody else, what I'd like for you to do is go through here, and if you can, gather more supplies from each of these other houses. Like, make this stuff useful. So let's go ahead and we'll rubber band box this stuff real fast and knock it out. I'm hoping they don't dedicate too heavily to that, but yeah, I was going to say, I don't want them to abandon the crops or anything. So that's a fallow field right there. They're not even planting over here. I think they're just prepping the earth for whatever might be happening. We picked up any water yet? No, we haven't picked up any water. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, Zors. Do I have to zone off the sleeping area? Oh, I do. Okay. So we'll call that a sleeping area. We'll call this a dining room, I guess. It's not much of a dining room, but it'll have to do for right now. I like the music. The music's very dramatic. It's got kind of like old horror movie flair going on with it. It's weird. I was watching other people play this game, and when they were breaking stuff down, there was like objects all over the ground and like little tools, and like there was like little bottles of water, and there were like cans, and there were like little pieces of wood and stuff like that. I don't know that we're getting that right now. I don't know that that's actively happening for us. Like, that's what made me think that maybe I was using the wrong command. But, like, it seems to be getting added to our inventory, so no harm, no foul, I guess? I'm going to start clearing out that side area, too. Anything that we can get... Yeah, they're definitely storing stuff up, because that wasn't full of stuff before. So I guess, like, we've got 3 canned food right now. Alright, make some simple meals. Add a job, cook basic meals. Yeah, make, like, 5 basic meals. And add that in. I don't know who's going to do that job. I assume somebody will get right on it. But they do have a lot of other stuff going on right now, so I wouldn't hold my breath on the possibility of them getting it done in, like, a timely fashion. How fast can I make the game run? So that crate right there, can I relocate that? Or does that just, like, hang out over there? I'll probably deconstruct it at one point or another. So this is a bedroom right here where everybody can sleep. I don't know if they get upset. Well, I mean, food production is over there. I queued it up, so we'll see if they do what they're supposed to do. You guys eating over here? What kind of inventory do we have right now on food? Like, is there a way for me to look at all of my food in the entire... Like, how do I tell what I have and what I don't have? We need some kind of on-screen reckoning of what resources you have. Because, like, as far as I can tell, I can only click on individual inventory pieces right here. And that's going to be bad as time goes along. Like, I don't want to do that. That's kind of inconvenient. We've got gun parts. We've got fabric. You know what? If we have food, it's probably in this old crate, right? So we've got purified water. Oh, are we really out of food already? Already? It's only been like 1 day. How did you guys eat 20 meals in 1 day? Uh-oh. Maybe the meals are somewhere else. We've got to hope. We've got to hope. A few travelers have entered the territory. They're looking for a place to stay and asking if they can join the group. Mac Chambers was homeless. He's good at scavenging. Yeah, I don't really want the homeless guy. He's going to remain homeless, unfortunately for him. It's a harsh world we live in out here. I didn't do it because I want to. I did it because the other guy has, like, equitable skills that are useful to us. One of your survivors is getting very hungry. Your initial supplies will only last for a few days. Make sure you have to farm up and running soon. Meanwhile, it would be a good idea to loot kitchens or restaurants for canned food. I mean, if they would just go and cook the meals that I told them to cook, we'd be in much better shape. But nobody seems to be interested. There we go. There we go. Make me some meals, Brody. See, like, you stopped, though. Like, why didn't you finish the job? Like, you were there, and you were doing what you were supposed to do, and now you're not doing it anymore, so now people are gonna starve. You see what I mean, dude? You see what I mean? Like, is there, like, a work thing I can do around here? Because they spend an awful lot of time just, like, wandering around doing nothing. Like, I don't understand why they're just, like, wandering around just, like, looking at stuff. I mean, I guess they were swapping, like, Roosevelt came over and now he's working on it, so I guess that's cool, or whatever. But my concern is sort of along the lines of, like, if I want one person to be dedicated to it, how do I set up priorities, like Rimworld style, inside of their skills list? Everybody else go out and scavenge. Tear apart everything you can. If you got something to tear apart, you better believe I want it tore apart. Go ahead and break down everything you possibly can for supplies and resources and everything else. I don't really care if you break down the building or whatever. Like, you can knock down the walls if that feels like a good plan. We've got kitchen shelves over here, too. That seems like the kind of place where we might find some pills, or maybe we find some food, maybe some utensils and knives and stuff like that. Good. He's back to crafting another meal, so that's solid. The game has, like, these weird hitches every now and again, too, where it, like, hangs really hard. I don't know what's causing that, if the game's, like, auto-saving or doing something strange, but there's no way for me to know that. I assume we have food. Do we? Dude, I have, like, no way to know if I actually have food or not. That's the biggest thing that I'm running into right now, is that, like, I need something on screen to tell me, like, how much water and how much food and how much that kind of stuff I have inside my storage. It'd be helpful anyways. It'd make things a lot simpler in figuring out, like, how desperate is our food situation right now? How desperate is our water situation? Can I make, like, a well or anything like that, or is it only rainwater collectors? So we've got sturdy tables and a sturdy chair. Yeah, let's maybe do something with that. So there's our tables right there. If we go back to the menu, we've got maybe chairs. Maybe this will make people happy. I can't tell what way that chair is facing. I think it's facing like so. There we go. Perfect. There's a few more little crafting jobs to get done, too. That way, if they got to hang out for just a minute inside this area, they'll be all right. How many of the spears have been crafted? So, like, if I go to your inventory right now, I have 4 spears ready to go. Okay. Sounds like an okay plan to me. Yeah, throw a spear on everybody. Sounds good. I just want everybody to have, like, a weapon on them for a little bit, just in case things get kind of, like, hyped and someone tries to come and murder us. It'd be good to have them walking around with, like, actively available things that they can fight the enemy with, just in case. Nobody's coming back to cook the meal, unfortunately. Yeah, let's do another basic meal over here, too. Like, I'll queue it up on multiple construction benches. Oh, cool, we got rain coming in. Oh, wow, the rain fills up the barrels quick. But I think you only get the 2 dirty water each time the meter fills. But I'm glad we made so many of them. That'll make our situation much less dire if things start to get a little crazy over here. I don't know how long the rain's going to last for. Apparently it has no effect on any of that stuff right there, so that's good. This person is thirsty. Well, you got to go outside and just stick your face up in the air like a turkey and see if you can suck it up from the atmosphere. Like, I like the game. I think it's definitely interesting. There's a lot of things I'd like to see cleared up, but, I mean, other than that, like, the game's in early access right now, so at a certain point, it's like, what do you want? You know what I mean? There's some loot right there. We found a little bit of canned food, so that's good. They haven't picked it up and brought it back with them yet, but that's great. How much water have we picked up? Like, did they have to come empty out the barrels once they're full? Oh, I think they do. Okay. Well, that's good to know then. I was hoping that it would just automatically put it, like, somewhere inside, like, a reservoir or something, but apparently somebody's got to come and bottle it. Otherwise, it's not going to work for us. They're making some chairs and some things over there. Good. Thought maybe he was cooking the meal for a second. How hard is it to repair these buildings right here? Is that like a difficult thing to accomplish? I don't know, maybe. Doesn't seem like they want to do it. We're cooking basic meals down here. That's probably really, really solid because we don't really have much food right now. Our food supply is a little bit... Oh, yeah, they will. They'll rebuild it right there. Look at that. He's repairing the cracks that are in the wall. Nice. Well... This game is called After the Collapse. It's a little bit rough right now, but it's kind of like one of those things where it might be one to keep an eye on for the future if you're looking for early access building titles to check out. We haven't been attacked by zombies or anything just yet. We've got potato plants in here right now, and I think we had lettuce plants over there, so maybe those will come around. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me. If you wanted to get the game, it's on Steam right now in early access. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on by. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Helps out more than you know, and I will see you all later. How you doing, everybody?